The sun dipped below the horizon as I stood there, clutching the invitations to my own wedding, every word inked with hope and history. Memories rushed back, like the notes of an unsung song composed over years of echoes and silences. I could almost taste the tension in the air, feel its weight on my shoulders. From the outside, a wedding is supposed to be a celebration. Inside, it was going to be a battlefield of past and present. My sister wanted to steal the spotlight, wanted the aisle to feel her presence before my own. My parents, twisted visionaries, concocted a plan so audacious, it left me both stunned and strangely amused. And we, my husband and I, we turned the game entirely on its head. The performance was about to begin. I still remember that quiet evening, the sun dipping below the horizon, casting long shadows across the narrow, winding street that led to my house. The air was crisp and carried the scent of autumn leaves. I felt a peculiar mix of anticipation and unease, as if something was lurking just beyond the edge of my awareness. You know those moments when you feel watched, but when you turn around, there's no one there? It was one of those nights. As I walked down the path, the crunch of the leaves underfoot was the only sound accompanying me. I pulled my jacket a little tighter, feeling the chill starting to settle in. I had a lot on my mind, thoughts swirling like leaves caught in a gust. Life had been tough recently, a series of challenges testing my patience and resilience. Yet, I couldn't shake the feeling that it was all leading up to something big. When I finally reached my doorstep, I paused. The house stood there, dimly lit, almost inviting in its warmth against the cold. I hesitated for just a moment, my hand hovering near the doorknob, as if sensing that opening this door might unleash a story yet untold. But I had no idea what was coming next. As soon as I stepped inside, the familiar creak of the floorboards greeted me, echoing through the otherwise silent house. The place felt different somehow, like it was holding its breath, waiting for some inevitable reveal. I flicked on the lights, and the sudden brightness was blinding, overwhelming my senses, leaving me momentarily stunned. I had only just started to shrug off my jacket when I noticed something odd, an envelope sitting neatly on the kitchen table. There was nothing extraordinary about it at first glance, plain, addressed to me in neat handwriting, but there was something in the way it sat there, commanding attention, that made my heart skip a beat. It felt like a tangible weight had settled upon my chest, heavy with implications. My mind was racing, but I hesitated, fearful of what truths might lie within. Was it good news? Bad news? Were my past choices finally catching up to me? As I unfolded the note, I realized that it was more than just a letter. My eyes scanned the paper, heart pounding louder with each word. The letter was a message from someone I thought I had left behind many years ago, a ghost from my past reaching out from the shadows of history. Each sentence drew me deeper into a long-buried chapter of my life. I could feel a shiver run down my spine, a chilling reminder that we are never truly free from our past. I sat there, emotion welling up inside me as I tried to process its contents. Every word seemed to unravel a part of the calm I had so carefully constructed. This letter was a call to action, a summons to address unfinished business. And although my logical side warned me against diving headlong into that quagmire, my curiosity had already taken the reins. But what awaited me on this path, I could not predict. On into that quagmire, my curiosity had already taken the reins. But what awaited me on this path, I could not predict. The days that followed found me deep in contemplation, torn between the comfort of familiarity and the pull of the unfolding mystery. With each passing night, questions roamed my mind, restlessly pacing like caged lions. What did it all mean? What was the purpose of this unexpected contact? Eventually, the decision was made. I set out on the quest to untangle the threads of the past and confront the unknown. This wasn't just a journey of miles, but one through the corridors of my own memory, replete with forgotten faces and lingering emotions. Every step I took brought new challenges, testing my resolve and forcing me to confront aspects of myself I'd rather have forgotten. And yet each step also offered new insights, new angles to understand who I was and who I was becoming. In all this, an intriguing tension brewed, feeding an undercurrent of suspense that kept me determined and engaged. But, as the saying goes, sometimes the darkness is deepest just before dawn. Little did I know what revelations lay in wait just around the corner. With each discovery, I felt the threads of the past knit themselves tighter around my present, weaving a tapestry of stories long left untold. Will confronting these forgotten chapters bring resolution, or will it unravel everything I've built? I leaned back and took a deep breath, knowing that as the story of my past unraveled before me, a new story was just beginning. Reflecting on my journey, I'm struck by how each twist and turn seemed to shape me in ways I never expected. Those moments of uncertainty, as daunting as they were, taught me that growth often hides in the shadows of doubt. As I look back, I realize that the steps I feared the most were the ones that ultimately propelled me forward. And now, I carry the weight of those lessons with gratitude,